Hi guys, welcome back. It's Adam here at Two for Joy. Today I want to talk about PSR and the shocking truth behind PSR. And I feel the issue that I want to talk about is touched upon by most fans who felt this pain at their club for their players. But it's something that needs to be addressed or the culture of our clubs will be ruined. Let's get into it. So the real problem I have with PSR is not that we can't spend enough money. As a Newcastle fan, it would be lovely if we could go out and spend probably a bit more than we do now. But that's not the problem I have with PSR. I understand the steady growth. I understand we need to build as a club. And I wouldn't want wholesale changes where we bring in 11 new players. I think it ruins the culture at a club anyway. My problem with PSR, the big issue, the shocking issue with PSR is the fact that our youth players are our most saleable assets. And the issue with this, to give you an example, if your youth players are your most saleable assets and they're the ones that give you 100% profit on a balance sheet, it means that those club legends will never be there. Those times that we sing, he's one of our own, in 20 years' time, that will be a thing of the past. It won't happen anymore. So the shocking truth behind PSR is that if we have our youth players as 100% profit saleable assets on a balance sheet, Liverpool will never have another Steven Gerrard. Man United will never have another Paul Scholes. Chelsea will never have another John Terry. It's one of those things that, as fans, we love our youth players. We love players that came through the youth academy and want to play for the shirt. I think this is the biggest problem with PSR. I think if you label your youth players as 100% profit, they're the most saleable asset on a balance sheet, you lose the value in bringing youth through into your football club. You lose the culture behind your team. You end up buying in all your players who have no allegiance, no desire, no want to play for the shirt. Whereas if the Premier League was to look at it and say, right, you brought through 3 youth players and for every youth player you've brought in, we will give you a dispensation on the amount you can spend. The more youth players you have in your team allows you to spend more money. This would be the answer, I believe, would be the answer to the problems we have with PSR. And I think mainly the way I feel about this is because I don't want to see an Arsenal without a Tony Adams. I don't want to see a Chelsea without a John Terry. I don't want to see a Tottenham Hotspur without a Harry Kane. I think the youth players that you have are what make your club. They're the guys that we desperately want to fulfill their potential, because they're the guys that have grown up in the area. They're the guys that want to pull on the shirt. They have the desire that no one else has for that club. They grew up watching their childhood heroes play with that shirt on. And I think that will be lost. In 20 years' time, if we carry on the way we are, I think that will be completely stricken from the game. So, like I say, if any of you guys think I'm wrong, by all means, hit me up in the comments. But if you think I'm right, please give this video a like. I think things need to change when it comes to PSR. And it's not all about buying players from other countries or top talent from around the world. I think part of it is also giving our youth players the chance to come through and develop at the clubs that they want to play for. It shouldn't all be about money. And I know the way the modern game is, players want to play for the biggest wages, for the biggest clubs, so on and so forth. But there are still kids out there that want to pull on a Newcastle shirt and scream Shearer when they score a goal. So, I think things need to change. That's all I wanted to say, guys. I hope you've had a good one. I hope you like the content. And I'll see you guys in the next one.